They say we fall in love. We don't get into it. We get into a car on purpose. But when we miss a step when climbing down a staircase, we fall. Fortunately, love is a happy accident. It makes us feel like we have just won a lottery. Unfortunately, falling out of love is an equally probable unhappy accident, which makes you feel like you have just been hit by a speeding car when you're trying to cross the road. Presiding officer, fellow Toastmasters, dear guests, what would you do if one day you realize that the love in your life has turned cold like ice? What would you do if one day you realize that the same person you craved so much for is now making you insane? What would you do? I say take a step back. Remember the time when you were celebrating your first Valentine's date. As he approached you with a bouquet of roses in his hands, while she was sitting, waiting for you in her seductive, cascading red skirt. Do you remember the sparkle in her smile and the passion in his promise? And when the two of you danced together in the slow, romantic Bollywood music, you knew that this has to be forever. And the first kiss, when your lips trembled like a leaf tossed by a gentle breeze, you knew that there was no force capable enough to change your hearts that were truly, deeply, and madly in love. There was no fairy-go, but you were glued together. What then happened midway? Why do you now fight like dogs with every slight chance of discontent? Oh, she was flirting with this new guy in the neighborhood, that muscular guy who looked like Salman Khan in his unbuttoned shirt. Oh, he didn't call me when I was reeling through that painful episode of self-doubt or other things. The movie was a bore, so you are a bore. Where did the love go? Why have you started brewing storms in small teacups? What happened to the power of that I love you, an expression that could solve any misunderstanding, settle any argument, and cheer any dull moment? What happened? You two could just sit outside a roadside cafe sipping a cup of coffee and talking about whether you liked fried momos or steamed momos. But today, you returned separately from a five-star hotel because you had an argument when you were in the middle of a candlelit dinner. Have you just fallen out of love? The answer may be yes or no. Sometimes it is just a part of love. Sometimes it is a lack of love. The hot, steamy passion, like the one between Rose and Jack in Titanic, it certainly passes away. And the heated, screaming tension, the testing phase, almost always follows. And it is in this testing phase that you have the highest chance of meeting with this unhappy accident of falling out of love. And the one mistake that people make in this phase is they keep their options open for a breakup. Or let's say divorce for married couples. Just like if you don't want your mischievous toddler to get out of your house and then get lost in the roads, you need to lock the doors. If you don't want your toddler to get lost. Similarly, you have to close all the exit doors of your relationships if you don't want your disturbed emotions to make poor decisions. And with that doors closed, you will be forced to pass the testing phase, and most will. Your minds will then open up like a wide blue horizonless sky. The successful ones then go on to a journey of a more fulfilling, energizing, and enduring relationship. There's a famous saying by Batman in one of his movies: as long as you're jumping with a safety harness, you have not jumped at all. So guys, if one day you realize that the love in your life is no more the same as it was before, what I will say is, buckle up, but never give up. Smarten up, and never say break up. Over to you, Philip.